What happened the day before? Cinnamon, you did a little bit of spy work, and you saw that the butcher, after his shop was devastated by an earthquake by the goddess herself, Jantia,
Love her.
he sent some of his men from the Daru Guild to go and kill a bunch of owl bears.
The butcher's got men?
Well, he hired them, remember?
Okay.
They came to him and they
Yeah.
were like, I found the thing, and he's like, good, don't fuck it up. Take
Gotcha.
this bag and go get them. Yeah. They were ordered to go kill the parents and to steal the young for breeding.
Gross.
Yeah,
My brother and
gross.
sister.
Yeah.
Would have been breeding
He wants their flesh. He
Yeah.
doesn't really care.
He's a gross guy.
He's a gross guy. We don't like
I
him.
hate him.
We hate him. And so you followed those two goons, and they led you right to the cave entrance.
With my gecko, Jesus.
Yes, your gecko Jesus helped you track them.
The bright green, stealthy familiar.
Yeah. He pulled it off enough. And two of your guild members joined you. And together you brought down the enemies. You were able to charm the beaked wolf that they pulled out of a bag, and you won that fight. You brought the family of owl bears to the Kaitiaki headquarters deep in the woods so that they'd be safe. And so now there's like a family of owl bears living in that area, and you got one of the rings, which you put in your magic bag.
Concealment.
Yes, you got a bag of concealment, which opens up into a pocket dimension, so somewhere else. And so even though that ring is a tracking ring, they can't track it while it's in that bag. And Ty, your Sasquatch leader, mentioned to you that you really can't be losing that necklace because they can use it to track back to its sending source, which is very bad. Very bad. It's a big trust thing for you to get one of those, even though you were immediately given it. Yeah, and so you have that ring and you're like, wait, can't we just do the same thing? So you and Ty are walking to the wizard for him to do a spell and figure out what's going on. You guys are walking over that bridge. You just flipped off that stupid guy Greg.
Fuck Greg.
Who you hate. And trailing behind you, like a level below you, but with great intrigue, is a little Sasquatch boy who's maybe 4 feet tall. And he's like looking up at his dad and just like following along. He just wants to be involved. And you see his dad look down and he's like, Peta, no. This isn't for you. Go play. He's like, but Dad, I like magic too.
I'm gonna druid craft a little flower and drop it down to him.
He catches it and he's like, thank you. He runs away. But you can tell he's curious. He wants to know what the heck is going on. What's going on? You guys go into the treehouse area. That's this like scaling library with all this magic shit going on. And the wise old sage wizard librarian man who's very small and stout. But like, not really stout. He's more wiry.
Frail old dude.
He's wiry and he's small and he's seen things. He's seen things, but he's not that old. He's like maybe 60 in wizard age. I don't know. You guys go to him. He's on his little podium looking at shit. He looks up at you as you come in. He does a little head bow to Ty. Hello. Looks at you. He's like, hello again.
Hi.
Why are you here?
Oh, we have a mission. We're back. And I'm gonna hold up the satchel. I'm like, inside here is one of the Daru rings that has tracking magic on it. could you track the tracking magic and find out where the magic came from and like where their headquarters might be? Like who's tracking it?
He grabs the bag from you. He holds it. He just kind of like sits with it for a second. Yes. He puts the bag on his podium and he claps his hands together, and every like door, window, everything in the place like slams shut, and you see this like shimmering magic like emanate from him. So it looks like you guys are just like in this like ball of something, this ball of magic that's happening. And he says, no one can track us while we're in here. They won't know where this ring is.
Inside this sphere of magic?
Yes.
Okay. Sick.
He opens the bag. He closes the bag. He's like, where did you get this bag?
Honestly, off of the guy who had the ring.
This is a rare bag.
Yeah.
You're lucky to have this bag.
Thanks.
He opens the bag. He closes the bag. Is there anything else in this bag that could hurt me?
What else did I put in there? I don't think I put anything else in there.
But you stole it off of a dead body.
I thought the bag's like contents like reset with its attunement. Does it not?
I don't think it does.
Oh. Well, when I put the ring in, I guess I just dropped it in.
He gives you the bag. He's like, you pull out the ring.
I'm like, I'm honestly not super sure. And I'm gonna reach in and just kind of like feel around. I'm like, I feel like I find the ring.
Wait.
I didn't reach in the bag before. They pulled the wolf out.
Yeah.
I don't know what else would be in there.
Roll a d20.
Okay. Wait. An 8.
Okay.
Are there more wolves?
Yeah, I think something bites you.
I'm like, yeah, something's biting me.
Roll like, wait.
I think I'm like, can we?
You take 2 points of slashing damage.
Okay. Slashing damage from a bite. Wow.
Well,
Sure.
what else would it be?
I don't know.
I mean, it's teeth,
Piercing.
right? Yeah, or piercing, whatever.
Smashing damage.
Well, it wouldn't be smashing damage.
And I'm like, yeah, something's biting me right now. I'm like, how big? Can I do like a little insight on like how big it might feel? Is it just like a little? Is it a big mouth over my hand?
Do an insight check.
Yeah. I'm like, can I pull it out in the circle? It's in that one.
You have no idea. But there's teeth, like, in you right now.
Okay.
Roll a d20 for investigation. You're still looking for the ring.
Yeah, that one was good. A 15.
Okay, you do find the ring.
Okay, are the teeth still on me?
Yeah.
Alright. I'm gonna put it in my other hand. Pass myself the ring and keep the teeth hand in the bag. I'm gonna pull out the ring.
You're gonna try to, like, get out of it.
I think I'm gonna stay, because, like, we're in a special circle, and I don't want whatever's in this bag that I brought in to mess up our special circle.
That's fair.
And I'm gonna hand the ring to the wizard.
Okay, he takes the ring, he looks at you, he's like,
Yeah, don't worry, I'll deal with this outside.
okay,
I'm just gonna keep my hand in the bag.
alright.
Maybe try it like a little flick. Try to get them on.
Roll for a d20, a flick.
Yeah. Flick
Like
attack.
strength check.
Strength check. I mean, I do get a +7 on strength attacks. So it would be like an attack to flick.
I feel like it could be an attack.
Okay. That's a 15.
I feel like a 15 gets him off.
For sure. Okay.
Yeah.
They're out. I'm flat my hand.
Yeah.
Someone's in there. I want to look at my hand and like kind of investigate the bite marks. And be like, I wonder, can I do like a nature check?
Yeah, you can do a nature check.
Ooh, an 11.
They look like bite marks.
I'm like, yeah, that's someone. I'm like, Ty, what do you think of this?
He
Like,
looks at it.
who did this?
We're gonna have to just look in the bag later, man.
Okay, I'll pull them out of here. They shouldn't be in there. Whoever.
No, they really shouldn't be in there.
Yeah, I didn't know they were in there.
We should really check out what else is in there later.
Oh, okay.
Anyways, right now, he
Ring.
looks at the wizard. He's like, Bashar?
Bashar?
Yeah, this is Bashar the wizard.
Heck yeah.
Yeah. Bashar holds the ring. He looks at it really intensely. He brings his hand up says some words, an incantation, and like a sigil is drawn in the air with his hand, and his like eyes start to glow for a minute. You're just watching him just like
Is he okay? Ty, is he okay?
Yeah, he's fine.
He's fine.
It's just how this goes.
Okay.
He like puts the ring down. Oh, it's that new fucking church, man.
It's the new church?
The new church.
God.
Oblivion
They're
church.
just in the church?
It led me to a door in the church, but
Like
I couldn't get past the door.
Mm.
Yeah, I saw a symbol, the same symbol in the ring, engraved into one of the door handles, and that's where
For sure.
it took me. That's where it ended. They have some weird stuff going on in that back room, though.
Mm.
Yeah, a bunch of people were moaning, and it was weird.
What kind of moans?
Not good moans.
Oh,
Bad moans.
bad moans?
Like moans that maybe feel good but aren't good.
Okay.
Yeah, weird stuff.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like their headquarters is somewhere there.
And is there just like one church in town?
There's just one church.
There's just one, for sure.
There's one church.
I'm like, did you see like above ground? Was it below ground?
No, it was a door in the back of the church. So there is like a main like sermon room, and the back right there's a door that leads you into a room like deeper in the place, and in the back of that room is a door,
For sure.
and that door is where it led me to, but I couldn't get past that door.
The new church is super weird. The Church of Oblivion.
Yeah, what do you know about it? We haven't really paid that much attention. The butcher has been keeping us busy.
They smell awful.
Okay.
I'm gonna go into my notes and see what I have on the Church of the Oblivion.
I don't think you have much.
I don't have much,
Yeah,
but
we'll
I've got a
have to do it.
little something, I think. Oh yeah, the new church does weird sex stuff. Father God Oblivion. So that explains the moaning. They got white robes with like red handkerchiefs. Yeah, they call it the Oblivion Sanctuary. And they smell really bad. I've made them smell like skunk a few times, just because they're weird.
Okay.
I saw one of their members or new acolytes or something, like in a tavern that my partner plays at,
Oh.
and he was like, it was kind of like he was rolling real hard. It was like a lot of ecstasy, but he was also like way too touchy, you know?
Oh.
Like a guy who can't handle his fun. Yeah.
Weird.
It was weird.
Well,
it was weird.
Looks like they're actually worth looking into now.
So the Daru headquarters is in the church.
Seems like it, yes.
Strange.
You should put this ring back in that bag.
I will.
Just drop it.
Drop it in. Cool.
Well, good luck.
You got any books in here about the Church of the Oblivion?
No, this is a new thing. I've studied all world religions, but I've never heard of this.
Church of the Oblivion.
This is new.
Are there other churches in the world that smell bad?
I'm sure. I haven't been many places.
Where have you been?
Here.
You've been here?
I've never left here.
You're an old man.
I like it here.
You've been here for so
Why
long.
would I leave a good home?
That's a good point.
It's hard to come back.
How old are you? I'm gonna look at Ty. How old are you?
He looks at you. Like, why do you want to know?
How long has this place been here?
Oh, the guild?
Yeah.
Yeah, a while. 200 years.
200 years?
Yeah.
Wow. How did the butcher... How is this happening?
That's a good question.
How come... What's with all this
Well,
stuff getting below the radar.
they're new.
It's fair.
Our guild is focused with the protection of the forest and the natural lands. We don't really deal within the city life.
That's
The
fair.
church is operating in the city life. The butcher started breaching into our territory, but that began less than a year ago. That began very recently.
For sure.
And we've never had it be like this before. We've had some rogue citizens come out. The Drew began about a decade ago, but it had a very, very slow start until this past year.
Gotcha.
This is all extremely new, which is why we're recruiting more guild members. We've never been a large guild before. We never had to be. But now there's more and more people coming out to harm the forest, and we have to up in size. But before this, we've been the guardians that are unseen and unknown. And now we're having to...
The Guardians? Us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, us. We're the
Unseen and
guardians
unknown.
of the woods, yeah.
I'm kind of known.
Well, yeah, we've changed our tactics a little bit.
I'm a little famous, you know. I'm pretty popular at the Colosseum.
Never heard of you before this.
Well, you've been in the woods so long.
You're right. I don't hear of many people. People get weird when I walk through town.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just don't walk through town.
I'm a big guy. I get looks, you know.
Yeah.
But like, you probably get stares.
Yeah. I just stay in my perfect little treehouse paradise over here and, you know, break skulls of anyone trying to hurt these trees.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Do you ever work with the kingdom? How old is the guild compared to the age of the kingdom?
He kind of smiles. He's like, the kingdom's been here for centuries.
More than 2?
The kingdom's been here for thousands of years.
For sure.
This is an ancient order.
Yeah.
Before a few hundred years ago, there wasn't even a need for extra surveillance of these woods. The guild began. He kind of smiles and shrugs, and he's like, "With me."
You're
With me.
200 years old?
Yeah.
Shit, dude.
He appears to you like he's maybe 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, "I used to be a knight of the Druid Order,
Wow.
and
Sim just
He-
sits down cross-legged.
he kind of smiles and looks up, and he's like, I was taken elsewhere and initiated into a higher order of service."
Was it the ziggurat?
Was it what?
Was it the ziggurat? The ziggurat of Tiamat?
He's like, "Oh yeah, that happened too. That was actually after the
That
other
was a
thing."
different. Different two.
Yeah, I can't tell you about
Two
the
secret
first one.
organizations.
Yeah,
Shit, dude.
he's like really just smiling to himself. He's like, "Yeah,
You're fucking deep.
yeah, I am." I can't go into detail about the first one, but what we do here impacts not just this island, but it impacts the entire planet.
Wow.
The roots of this nation run deep,
Mm.
and any harm that comes to this land reverberates everywhere.
Wow.
It is of the highest order to protect this nation here.
Mm.
We are one of the last standing pillars of peace in the world. It's turbulent times out there.
Have you been to the Mother Tree? I assume this island has a Mother Tree.
Yeah, the island. The kingdom is built like within and around the mother. So
For sure.
the castle
Yeah.
is centric to the Mother Tree in the center of the land.
And Simon's eyes
I said
like
yes.
glow, and I'm like, I want to go.
You would love
I
it
want to
there.
meet her.
This place, and he just gestures around, is inspired by the Mother Tree.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And Simon just kind of like takes it all in, kind of like really feeling into like this little guild that like he's been invited to, and just kind of like the weight and like some of the history. I think I would feel like some like reverence about it, of
Yeah.
like, this is cool.
Yeah,
This
that's
is
cool.
really good.
Yeah.
I'm gonna ask the wizard, I'm like, do you have any books on the history of the Druid Royals?
He like smiles. He's like, of course I do.
Can I not? Do you have any like books or pictures of that?
He just kind of looks at you. He's like, yeah.
Give me volume 1.
He
For kids.
scuttles away into a section, the kids section. He pulls out like a book, and it's like pretty short, and it has like a really beautiful cover design of the mother tree, and like of this kingdom surrounding the mother tree, and it's like so green, it's so lush. There's like all these waterfalls. It just looks so beautiful. And he walks over and he hands it to you, and he looks at you and he says, I expect this back within 30 days.
Okay.
And when that happens, you feel like a jolt of magic. Like there's a charm on you returning this book.
It's like is it like a charm that's like, if I don't return it, something bad happens, or this book will come back to him in 30 days?
I think the book will come back in 30 days.
Okay.
Like it will literally just, I don't know if you know that though, but
for sure.
yeah. I don't think something bad would happen to you, but it's either going to be like a thought comes into your head that's like impenetrable, and it's like, I need to return this book to the library.
For sure. I'm like, 30 days from now, got it.
And he's like, you should be able to read this by then.
Okay. I think I put it in my backpack.
Ty looks up, and out the window, he sees his son like peering through, but he's not able to see anything because of like the warding magic that was just put around the room. So he's just like peering up, upset. He's like, what can I see? And the librarian like shuts down the warding spell, since you guys have the thing in the bag, so it's not really needed.
We're good.
And then Ty like becomes fully, not Ty, but his son. His son's name again? Peta. Peta like locks eyes with Ty, and Ty looks at him and just does a little, and Peta's like whoop, and squeaks and just drops down. Ty kind of just like turns to you and he's like, we've got nothing on this church. That's where their headquarters are. We need information on this church.
Yeah.
We didn't realize they were involved.
Let's do some investigates. Let's hire some birds.
He's like, yeah, we don't really hire the birds, but we do work with the birds for sure.
Okay. I'll find Jesus.
You'll find Jesus?
My familiar.
Oh, yes.
My gecko.
Yes.
Very stealthy. Very good.
Is Jesus with you right now?
No. I think... Wait, maybe. How long does this spell last? Is it constant?
It hasn't been much time.
Yeah, it hasn't been.
It's probably been like maybe 2 or 3 hours since you cast the spell.
For sure. They hang out for so long. I think on the way back here, he probably would have like scampered up to me and like probably hanging out like on the bag or like on my shoulder or something. He's probably like in the bag.
For sure.
So, scurries around. Now he's on my shoulder.
Ty looks at him and he's like, he is not stealthy.
Yeah, he did a very good job being stealthy earlier.
Perhaps in the woods.
Yeah.
In a church.
No.
A bright green gecko.
That makes sense.
Isn't going to do it. Not going to cut it. The bird idea wasn't bad, but we need someone to go in.
Heard.
So he's like kind of shaking his head, and he's like, I would bet there's magic involved. I would bet if we send in a magical creature, they're going to be able to detect that they're being spied on. I think we need to send in people.
Got you.
Just to investigate what's going on. Do they have open service? Is it closed service? Do you know?
I have no idea.
All right.
Let's go find out.
He nods his head. He's like, okay. I obviously can't come.
Right. I'm gonna go find out.
You're gonna go find out?
Yeah, and then I'll go. I'll talk to the crystal. Just relay some information.
Okay.
I can summon a familiar for some lookout.
He looks at the crystal. What do you wear? Do you have a shirt on?
No.
You don't have a shirt on.
I just have pants.
He's like, you cannot wear that in there.
Shit.
I would. You cannot wear that in there.
Okay. I'll just put it in my pocket. My pants have pockets.
Okay. Okay.
Or I could put it in this dimension bag.
The one with the creature in it. By the way.
Yeah.
We should address that.
Yeah. Let's do that outside.
Yeah. Okay, you guys go outside. He's like, thanks, Bashar.
Bye, Bashar. Thanks for the
Bashar's
book.
Good luck. Let me know how it goes.
I will. You'll be hearing from me soon.
Yes, I will.
Your book will be back in 29 days.
Yes, it will. You guys go outside, and I think he just takes you fully to like the ground level.
Yeah, it's like a clear area.
Yeah. So you guys go down to the ground level, and you can see Peta like just leaning over like the the tree. Yeah, the rails, like swooping down to the lower branches and just like peering over and watching. You guys go down, and what do?
I'm gonna reach my hand in.
Okay, you reach your hand in.
Find.
Okay, you get bit.
Wait for the bite. Cool. And then I'll just like
pulling out.
Lead them out.
And what comes out is a small beaked wolf. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Like a toddler version of the beaked wolf. They are probably the size of a German Shepherd.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and their face has like they have like a bird face, but like the hair and the body of a wolf.
Even though they're bit on me, I'm kind of gonna be like, oh, hi buddy. Their bite doesn't hurt much, so I'm gonna like try to like tickle their head and like give them some little scratchies.
They're like, they kind of start purring.
I'm like, okay. I want to try beast sense with them. Takes a little time to cast, so I think this takes like 10 minutes.
Okay.
I'm gonna sit down with them and just kind of play with them as they bite me and be like, honestly, the same thing you do with you.
Mm-hmm.
And like give them little scratchies the whole time, trying to cast this spell with them.
Yeah.
I can see through their eyes, hear what they hear. Oh wait. Oh, that's not the spell I thought it was. I actually don't have. I was looking for Beast Bond, but I don't have Beast Bond yet. So I think instead of Beast Sense, I would do Speak with Animals, which does still do the 10. It's still a 10-minute casting.
For sure.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to just like talk with them for a little while. I'm like, hey, little buddy.
They're like, hungry.
Like, Ty, we got any
Hungry.
beak wolf food?
He's like,
What do you eat?
He's like, these guys are royal carnivores.
They're royal carnivores. Okay.
He's kind of like looking around. He's like wondering. He's like, if we had any like bodies of enemies, we could just feed them.
We did earlier.
Yeah. I mean, their bodies are probably still in the same place, but their people may have come.
I think I'm gonna cast. This will be my last first level spell for Goodberry.
For sure.
And because Goodberry,
it gives all the nutrition.
All the nutrition to sustain a creature for a day.
For sure.
And so, like, I'm gonna offer him a little Goodberry.
He's still like, and he's like,
yeah, they're good. Yeah. Whenever you want berries. You can have more. And I'll just give them. I'll give them all 8 of them. And then the whole time I'm like
wiggling.
Scrunching. I was like, did you have a parent earlier? Yeah, they're off in the woods. They're safe somewhere. Yeah.
Are you my mom now?
Do you want to be best friends? Do you want to be best friends? And I'm gonna get on all fours too, and just like start like rolling around with them.
Yeah, like jumping over
getting them excited.
and, like,
Yeah, I'm be like, yeah, dude.
Biting into your shoulder.
Yeah. I'm like gently like headbutt him a little bit,
Yeah.
and just like just rubbing foreheads.
He jumps on your back.
I'm like, oh my god. Yeah.
And Ty's just kind of watching, like, arms crossed, smiling. Or no, more like hands on his hips.
For sure. Let's see. Yeah. Families last.
Yeah.
Only last.
You guys are
7
friends
minutes.
now.
We are friends.
You guys are friends now.
Mhm.
He is bonded. He's been in a little dimension for a while.
I'm like, is there anyone else in there?
It's like, no.
No? Okay.
No. It was just like him and his mom. Yeah.
For sure.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, cool, buddy. Gosh, do I have to like train him? I'm like, alright, well.
Ty's like, you're about to do some investigating. I'll keep him
You
here.
will keep him here?
We'll figure it out. We need to keep him away from the
Yeah.
bear. You know, honestly, they might be. Maybe they'll like kind of foster parent him a little bit. Who knows?
They could be friends.
They could
this
be
little
friends.
guy's cool. Give him berries and he's not hungry.
Yeah,
he won't
that's
eat
a
them
win.
if he's full of berries.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
A guild full of druids. Everyone has good berries, I'm sure.
Yeah. He'll be a good asset here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, buddy, do you want a name?
He's like, yes.
Do you want a name? Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm Cinnamon. You can be Nutmeg.
Nutmeg.
Nutmeg's your name.
Nutmeg.
Yeah.
Nutmeg.
Nutmegalodon.
Nutmegalodon. I'm Nutmegalodon.
That's your name.
He just does like this mixture between like a wolf cry and a caw.
It's like a ha.
And he's also like a deep black.
Cool.
Like he looks kind of like a raven a little bit.
I'm like, buddy, we're gonna be best friends. I have to go to a dangerous place, so you can't come. But we're gonna leave you here with a lot of people who are super down to hang out with you and super down to be friends with you. All right, but I'm gonna be back. And I'm gonna show you my home, and you're gonna meet my partner, and it's gonna be such a good time. And I'm gonna adopt you, and I'm gonna take care of you, and I already love you so much. I'm gonna miss you.
He burrows into you.
Scrunching.
Full body shakes. Yeah, Ty kind of starts scruffing his head, and he's like, we'll take good care of him.
Can I druid craft like some roots as like a little collar that say Nutmegalodon on them?
Yeah, you can druid
Hell
craft
yeah.
that.
And
Yeah.
Just pull this and have him like hold it up
It's like,
for him to like walk into, and then just secure it on him. I was like, we are best friends now.
yeah, you have a best friend now.
We are best friends now.
Oh.
And I think in Cinnamon's head, he's like, okay, another reason not to die.
Yeah.
Got it.
Got people relying on you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got your best friend. It's not gonna die.
Not gonna die. You can't die.
I was like, okay. Nothing else in the bag. That's good.
Except for the ring.
The ring.
The ring in the bag.
Swoop it over me.
Cool.
Yeah.
Off to the church.
Off to I think off to the church.
Off to the church.
Off in that direction. I'm gonna let Jesus, the familiar gecko, scurry away. Yeah, I'll release his...
Scurries.
Yeah.
Scurrying away.
Let me see. I wonder if I can like wild shape into a spider. Like a small spider.
I feel like you for sure could.
But I'm like, would that be a magical thing that they might be able to detect?
I mean, if they used like detect magic, they would.
For sure.
But you know, it probably would still be less like
I think I would rather maybe just summon a spider familiar. I think that's more advantageous to do that.
For sure, because they wouldn't detect that.
Yeah.
Heard.
And I think I can do that at will. Or no. No, I can't. Yeah, I can't. Oh gosh. Oh wait, maybe rather than... Okay, instead of releasing my gecko, I want to have them just like adopt a new form. So have them just like transform a little bit.
For sure.
What if he just like turned black? Or like...
I mean, he can do that.
Would he be... Do you think he would be...
I think he would be stealthier if he was black.
I'm like, okay. You're gonna...
But you also don't know what the inside of the church looks like.
That's true. That's true.
So you don't know what colors you're working with. And a gecko is kind of large.
Gecko's kind of large.
Also, are you in a region where geckos usually live?
I guess not. I could, but I guess not. Maybe like a little moth.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
that's a good idea.
I'll have him turn into like a little moth and just kind of like hang out with me until we get like near the church.
Yeah.
And then we'll have him kind of like flutter in.
For sure.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright. We've got a new moth friend. Got reasons to stay alive.
Yeah, you do.
Heading over to where I first... Yeah. I want to head over to the tavern where I first encountered the church member. Because I know it's like 2 blocks from the church.
The tavern?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. You head on over to the tavern. I feel like it's like maybe 4 or 5 p.m. right now.
For sure.
Yeah, so it's not like super busy.
Yeah.
But
are there any like flyers for the church?
Like flyers that they've hung up?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, they also, like, they hand out leaflets to people.
For sure.
Yeah.
There's leaflets around?
Yeah, I feel like if you're in the tavern right now, I feel like you see one of the leaflets on, like, a table, and you see the tavern guy walk up to it and, like, shake his head and pick it up.
I'm like, whoa, can I see that?
He's like, don't fucking fall for it, man.
Oh, no, I won't.
Hands it to you.
I just think they're funny. Is it like when church service, like welcoming committee or something?
Yeah, for sure. It says surrender to Father Oblivion, no peace.
And it's like K-N-O-W?
Like K-N-O-W.
Okay.
Yeah. And at the bottom it says, service is at sunset every night.
And it's sunset? Just like...
Sunset and sunrise.
So
Sunset and sunrise. And I'm gonna say that, I said it was 4 earlier. I'm gonna lie. I'm gonna say we're like probably closer to like 6 now.
For sure.
And I'm gonna say that the sun sets like kind of soon because it's
sure.
like fall.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, sunset is approaching within the next like 30 minutes. Yeah.
Got you. Yeah. Does it look like there's any like church members in the tavern? Is there anyone? Like, is that smell around? Are there people wearing their uniforms?
I don't think there's any church members in there right now.
For sure. I'm gonna take the crystal out of my pocket and like relay the information that...
Just like in front of everyone right there?
Well, can I try to be stealthy about it?
Yeah.
I'm in a tavern, you know, it's into the evening. Ooh, I rolled a 6.
The barkeep literally stares at you while you do this.
I feel like we've... Oh my, this is fine.
He's probably not a threat.
Yeah, I'm cool with the barkeep. And I'll beat him up if he's a threat.
Okay.
And you'd be like, yeah, I heard, the church, they give service at sunrise and sunset. So I think I'm gonna check it out tonight. And then put the crystal away.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Cool.
Just like 30 minutes. And then I'm like, what, barkeep?
You gonna order anything, or you gonna just talk to your rocks?
Oh, what you got any fries?
Yeah, I got fries.
Yeah, hell yeah, I want fries.
He taps on the back window. He's like, fries. You hear some sizzling, some cracking, some popping, and then
Yeah.
fresh plate of fries comes out, and he puts it in front of you.
These to go.
He's like, yeah.
Sure, thanks, man.
Puts it in a little to-go box.
Sick. I'm like, you're the best. You didn't see anything.
Well, I don't know if I was paid enough to not see anything.
Well, I don't know if I'm gonna recommend fries to anyone else. All right. And I'm
Did you pay for your fries?
I would have, yeah.
It's like 3 copper.
Whew. Steep.
That's like the cheapest.
No, I know.
Right?
Trying to get my money in order. And then I'm gonna leave out the door, and then I'll quickly poke my head back in and be like, "Hey, I'm totally gonna recommend your fries to everyone."
He's like, good. Points a finger at you.
And I got my little moth, and I'm gonna go towards the church. I'm gonna be eating my French fries. Yeah, and it's kind of like I want to like hang out like nearby the church first. Maybe just be like find a table like across the street or something. Like a little
For sure.
outdoor seating. Just kind of like eat my fries and check out the place. Is it a
I
cat?
think I hear cat.
Yeah, it sounds like a cat. She's crying at the door. You didn't hear cat. Hello, cat. Come here. Give me your collar.
Yeah, you were sitting outside. I'm just looking for something. Oh, did I not put it there? I put it the other place. Here. For sure. You're sitting outside the church.
Yeah.
There's two like greeters on the door outside. They're in those white robes with like the little red handkerchiefs. And they're greeting everyone who comes in, and they say, Oblivion greets you, like to everyone who like comes in. And there's quite a few people coming in. You watch as over the course of like half an hour, maybe like 50 people come in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As sunset starts approaching, I'm gonna get up and just,
I'm gonna go in.
gosh, should I go? I have my moth. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go in and check it out. And
For
then
sure.
once I enter, I'm gonna have my moth kind of like float up into the rafters.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a lay of the area.
The guys, the little greeter guys at the door bow to you and look up and are like, give you this like smile. Father Oblivion greets you.
Okay. Do you guys have snacks?
At the end.
Okay. Alright. I'll go in, feeling very weird. Gosh, should I be in here? I guess the mission was just to have the moth come in, but no, I'm coming.
You're in.
I'm in. Going in.
You're in.
My moth flutters up to the high vaulted ceilings. She really loves it.
She really does love
Oh
it.
man, all this hair going into
Oh,
my
I'm so
chai.
sorry. Is your chai okay?
I think it'll be okay.
You go in. It looks like, so the outside of the building, it's designed a little bit how like Japanese architecture is. Like a very tall building with like many floors.
Cool.
So there's probably like 4 floors to this building in total.
Gotcha.
It's like square shaped and, well, more like rectangle shaped. And you go through like the entry hallway and it opens up into this large room. It's like high ceilings. And there's like all these pews, and at the very like center of the room is this like pedestal. And as you enter, this like hush kind of goes over the room, and you hear this like piano music start to play. Do you take a seat?
If no one else is standing,
Everyone else is sitting.
yeah, I'll sit like in the back.
Yeah, for sure. You take a seat in the back, and up front, you see a man with this like stark white skin, and there's like across both of his eyes is this like black kind of like almost like lightning bolt, like jagged inky well that like goes down his face. And he is wearing a like black silk robe. And the rest of his clothes are like white. And he has this like giant staff with him.
Luna, come here. Come hang out. You can be right here.
And he like bangs it like twice on the ground. Wait. I'm gonna say, okay, the room's pretty dimly lit. There's candles on each side. There's these stained glass windows. And when he taps his staff to the ground twice, I want you to give me a Constitution saving throw, and I want you to give me a Wisdom saving throw.
Gosh, do you think my moth would have to do those as well?
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
So con save.
Because, like, you're not going to attack with her or anything.
Con save, 19.
Okay.
Wisdom save, 12.
Okay. You notice a smell that is similar to the bad smell, but it's not quite it. But it's like the bad smell, but it's less strong that you're smelling right now. And it kind of just grosses you out. And you oddly find yourself like looking up to the priest before you with like some like reverence. You're like, oh, he's connected. Like, he has something important to say.
He's a powerful mage.
Yeah. He's a guy. And you start to hear, like, the other people around you, like, kind of just, like, murmuring little prayers. And, like, people's eyes are welling up and they're smiling. And they're all just, like, looking at him, like, so happy. They're just like, wow. Like, they're so happy to be there. And he begins his sermon, and he talks at length about how the world of material has us disconnected from the source of our true self, and the only way to truly connect to that God is to release our attachment to anything material in this realm, and to do whatever the voice of God commands us to do, despite any false reasoning this world may impose upon us. He lectures of how the rule of kings and queens, unconnected to gods, is over, and how the one true God is the God from which all of the others came, and that is Father Oblivion. And from Oblivion, all else rises, and all misery and sickness can be transcended through the connection with Oblivion. And that any suffering that you experience in this realm, you will be rewarded for when you meet the gates of absolute bliss. And you have the option to experience profound peace now in connection with that God. And he lectures for at least an hour. Wow. As the sun's setting, and he's just saying all these things. And at the very end, and like there's these like singers that come in and are just kind of doing these like tones while he's talking. And at the very end, he says, if any of you feel called to hear the voice of God and meet Oblivion now, please rise for communion. And you see, I'm going to say half the room rises. And,
I'm staying sitting.
Okay.
I think I would kind of like close my eyes and just like fold my hands like in my lap and kind of like look like I'm in prayer, and then kind of like go into the moth and see from like their perspective, and like some little like flutters around.
The priest like looks to everyone who's risen. He says, he just smiles and he's like, come with me. And he turns around and he leads them to, in the back of the room is a door on the right side. And he opens the door and stands beside it and like greets every person who enters that room in the back.
For sure.
Everyone files in.
I want my moth to get in there.
For sure.
But kind of like after he enters.
Okay, everyone enters. He enters. The door's starting to close.
Yeah.
Give me like a dexterity, or I don't know, what would it be? What do you think? Maybe, because it could be stealth check.
I think it would try to be stealth, because I think my moth would just kind of be like flitting, or would like get ready to like go in, and then once he's entering would like start going.
Yeah, for sure.
Try to make it.
Give me a stealth check.
Stealth check for the little moth. Ooh, dirty 21.
Great. No one sees him. He makes it in.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah. This room, in the center of the room, is a sunken in seating area with these like blood red like pillows. So, and everyone's like gathering.
This is great.
Everyone's gathering.
She's contributing really well.
She really is.
Gotta clean your butt.
Unbothered by that.
Very bothered.
Sorry, honey.
You're
Sorry. I know, we're being bothered, so I apologize. I'm so sorry. Sorry.
She's so annoyed.
On either side of the room, there's no windows in this room. It's just lit by candlelight. And there's this dimly lit, hey, honey. No. Oh my god, stop.
Attacking.
No, don't bite that. Girl. She's very playful right now. In the center of the room is this very dimly lit, glowing, like, crystal that looks like an egg. In the center of that seating area. And everyone's sitting in the sunken in seating area. And there is a podium in which, like, his name's Azrael, by the way. His name isn't actually Oblivion. It's the Church of Oblivion. He is a worshiper of Father Oblivion. His name is not Oblivion. I did change that. But his name is Azrael. Yes, you. He stands like in the back of the room, and you notice in the back of the room there's another door too, like to the right, which is where that the wizard had said.
It has the insignia on it.
Has the insignia on
it.
For
sure.
And he looks to everyone. And there's two, like, women on either, like, side of him sitting in the corners of the room. And they're, like, singing softly in this very, like, haunting tone. The night sky, you notice, looks like there's, like, galaxies on it. Like, it looks like,
roof?
Yeah.
For
it
sure.
looks like you're entering, like, a solarium. Like, there's, like, all these stars and, like shooting stars will come across it. And, like, it's... Even though it's literally not even nighttime yet, like, this back room just looks like you're in the cosmos.
Cool.
And there's this, you know, almost planetary-like orb in the very center of it. And there's Father Oblivion with his, like, glowing white robes and his dark cloak. And it all looks very, very magical. And he, like, stands at his podium and he looks around the room. And he's like, Father greets you willingly. And... the, like, woman singing starts to, kind of, like, rise in tone a bit. And from his podium, he lifts something. And you see it's a very long pipe. And he walks around the room. And he gives every single person that pipe. But before he, gives it to them, there's this, like, yellowish powder that he sprinkles into the end of it, and then a flame that ignites on his fingertip, and he, like, looks them in the eyes and he says, Father greets you, as he lights the end of it, and they inhale, and they breathe it in, they breathe it out, you smell that sickly smell, and the person leans back and like their eyes are bright and they're like totally glazed out. And he goes around and he does that to every single person in the room.
And it's yellow. It doesn't look like DMT.
It's yellow. It's not DMT. And has every person in the room do that. And at the very end, he says, Father Oblivion, we surrender to you. Consume me whole. Live through me. And he taps his staff to the ground, and that crystal in the center starts to glow brighter. And you give me like an arcane check, Arcana.
Ooh, dirty 20.
You see a silver cord, like a silver essence, start to leave each person that's drugged in this room and go towards the crystal, and the crystal grows brighter and brighter as each essence of every person is feeding into it. And this goes on for an hour.
Wow.
And gradually the essence like starts less, but people are just staring into the crystal and like crying, and they're like, Oblivion has accepted me, and they're just like saying their words of worship, and it's a whole event back there. The very end, people are just like so just kind of disoriented, and then the woman in the back who were singing, they open this like hatch in the ground and they pull something out, and they begin like on these little plates, give it to everyone, and it's some kind of like meat. I'm just gonna, it's liver specifically, and everyone eats raw liver at the very end. And he says, you've sustained Father, now he sustains you. And everyone just eats this like piece of raw liver, and they just feel they start to kind of like come to their senses again. But like they get energized in a weird way. They're just like almost like they've taken a stimulant. And he thanks everyone for being bold enough to engage in communion with Father Oblivion. And he says he looks forward to see them again. Now it is their job to be stewards of the word of the Father, and to grace the people of the land with his word, so that he may rise again to his former glory and return unto earth. Everyone files out of that room.
What was happening in the main room as like all that was going on?
I think that people in the main room, as that was happening, someone comes to the stage and began leading like worship songs.
For sure.
So there was worship songs going on in that room as that was happening in the back for like an hour.
Heard.
Yeah.
Heard. Does he come out of the back room too?
No. At the very end, he walks forward to the crystal in the center of the room. He caresses it. He like plucks it out of the air. And onto the top of his staff, he puts it.
Whoa.
And you notice when he does that, he's wearing one of the rings, the Daru ring. And he goes to that back door and puts his hand on the knob, and you see this kind of like spark, and he turns the knob and he disappears. Closes the door behind him. Through the like slit of the door, you could see there were stairs that lead up.
Stairs that lead up. Okay.
Stairs that go up.
Are those the only stairs I've seen?
Yeah.
Is into the back room.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Wow.
Mhm.
I'd have my moth come back out.
For sure.
Like join me.
Well, your mom, like everyone left the room, and then he did that.
Yeah.
So the door's closed.
Door's closed. Okay.
The door's closed.
Yeah. I'll have. And there's no windows. I guess just.
Dissipate.
For
sure, moth dissipates.
Dissipate the moth. I come back to my body. Kind of smell real bad in the air. Everyone's just kind of like high.
Yeah, coming out. And they're like, to the people in the room, they're like, Father Oblivion is magic. Father Oblivion is God. And they're just like, it's preaching to everyone in that room. Like, you must experience our Father.
I think I would kind of like try to lean close to like one of them and be like what was your experience like?
I'm thinking.
Yeah.
Do you know what it feels like to be weightless? To have
Like
all...
when swimming?
But more than that, it's a weightlessness of the soul. Everything that's ever been put on you is taken away. And you experience what it's like to just be, and to be devoured by the wholeness from which you came, and to sink into the nothingness that is bliss. Father brings this out in us so we may share it with others. Father teaches.
What are you sharing?
His peace.
Okay, so you feel peace right now? Cool.
Nothing is wrong when you're with Father.
Cool.
Do you know Father? I haven't seen you here before.
Not yet. Not
You will. He reaches out to like touch you, just like stroking your chest a little bit. He's like, you will.
That's inappropriate.
Nothing is wrong when you have Father on your side.
Someone's like, kind of like grabs him by the shoulders and just like pivots him out of the way very effortlessly.
Yeah, he does.
And be like, you have so much fun. And I'm gonna go.
Sure.
Oh, sorry.
You go. You leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. Do I smell?
Yeah, there's a smell like lingering on you now. Yeah.
For sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, I would. Gosh, now it's like nighttime. I think I would
Nighttime.
walk kind of out of the city and take like the back roads kind of like back to my house that's more open and airy and so I can see more of like the landscape. Just kind of like process everything I just heard. Oh. These guys are weird.
These guys are
These
weird.
guys suck. And then I'll take out my crystal and kind of like put it back over my neck as I'm like halfway home.
For sure.
And I would relay almost everything I saw, and I would tell the crystal, I would tell the guild. I was like, okay, I was gonna sneak in, but I just ended up going in anyway. I went to their sunset sermon tonight, and this guy's super weird, very very patriarchal. Father Oblivion wants to be like the one true God. And then I snuck into the back room where there are like ceremonies happening and everyone's smoking this yellow dust, and they're getting really high, and I kind of feel like they're harvesting souls a little bit. And then the guy took all their harvested souls on his like big staff. Weird magic going on, and then he was wearing one of the Daru rings, and he went into the back Daru door, which is the only stairs that leads up to the rest of the building. I think they're harvesting souls. I think they're trying to gather enough energy to like bring their god back, and they were talking shit about the Druid Royals, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, what do you know? Do you know? Because the Druid Royals are dope, and like they care about nature, and these guys are fucking eating raw liver and shit from somewhere, and then the raw liver got them all high. That was really weird. It's so gross in there, and yeah, that's my report. Fuck you, Greg. I just like drop my crystal again.
You hear like, Ty, come on. And he's like, have you seen Peta?
He was with you.
Yeah, he was.
Shit.
We haven't seen him since you left.
Oh, fuck. Is
He followed you.
What?
He followed you. We haven't seen him. I have 3 members headed your way right now.
Oh, fuck. I haven't seen him.
He just like takes a big sigh and he's like, he's been wanting to participate so badly.
Bring that megalodon.
He's like, he sighs, he's like, that is a baby. The baby's not gonna help.
Well, you can maybe track him with sniffs, with smells.
That's actually a very good idea. Okay, the baby's coming.
Yeah, just give him something that Peta, carries around, or like let him pick up his scent, and then bring that megalodon.
He nods. It's like,
summon some wolves. We can turn into wolves.
He says to you, he's like, I'm coming.
Okay.
And hangs up.
Shit.
And he tells you, he's like, come to the woods and wait.
Yeah, I'm gonna go to the woods. I think I'm gonna get Gordon too. I assume Gordon. Well, he's probably taken off now.
It's sunset, so
his
he's gone
shift
home.
is done for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I'll just head over to the woods and like wait for Nutmeg.
Well, actually, no. He's not gonna tell you to go to the woods. He's gonna tell you, I need you to search the area right now.
Okay. Yeah. Gosh, if you followed me, I went straight. Well, I went to the tavern. Okay, I'll double back to like the tavern first, because I was like, that's the first place I went. Yeah, I'm gonna ask the barkeep. I'm like, hey, did you see like a 4-foot tall little hairy dude?
You know what? I fucking did, actually.
You did?
Yeah.
Well, what happened?
Yeah, he came in.
Yeah.
Came up to the counter.
Yeah.
Almost immediately after you left.
Okay.
And I had run out of phone storage, so here's what happened after it cut out. The kid, Peta, the little Sasquatch kid, he had followed Cinnamon to the church, and Cinnamon goes into the church, and there's like a priest guy, not the head priest, but a priest guy there. And Cinnamon goes in like wearing his his guild necklace, and the guy's just smiling all evilly at him and like looks at the necklace and looks at him, and he's like, we've been looking for you. And then Cinnamon calls him an idiot because he's like, I was literally just here. And then battle is brewing, about to begin. That's where we ended the session. So thanks for watching. Bye.